Kyle may never win a Super Bowl here, but if he goes to a place that has a quarterback for him, he might. And I was actually thinking about what teams would that work out with right now.
Here we go. Let's do it.
And to me, the number one that jumps out to me is the Cowboys. They got a good roster. They got a franchise quarterback. I feel like if Kyle was on the Cowboys, they'd be a better team than they are now with McCarthy. And I could see him actually winning a Super Bowl as the Cowboys head coach, as crazy as that sounds.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of people are just like saying, like, McCarthy sucks. Hold on. Is McCarthy going to win a Super Bowl before Kyle Shanahan? Because really, what was the difference in that playoff game last year? The two playoff games between the Niners and Cowboys the last 2 years were very close.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it came down to a botched quarterback sneak 2 years ago, and last year it came down to Tony Pollard breaking his ankle. Again, Mike McCarthy, he's not a great coach, but he has a pretty good coaching staff. He's got Dan Quinn.
One of my best friends I grew up with in the Bay Area, he somehow became a Cowboys fan. I don't know freaking how. He called into my show, and I asked him, would you rather have Mike McCarthy or Kyle Shanahan? He said Kyle Shanahan. And that's what got me thinking on this. He thinks Kyle Shanahan's a better head coach than Mike McCarthy. So I started thinking
about it. Mike's not great. Mike is not great.
If you had Dak Prescott's abilities mixed with Kyle Shanahan's offense and then that roster they have over there, because I think the biggest thing for Kyle Shanahan is that he's outside of some game management issues, he's missing that quarterback, and he doesn't seem like he's able to find it or develop it. Well, if you give him Dak Prescott, now he might be able to pull it off.
I have a cynical prediction. If you sent Kyle Shanahan to the Cowboys, Dak Prescott would get injured.
I mean, there's a reason.
Is that a hot take? Is that a hot take? I mean, the guy's all. I mean, Mike McCarthy can't even keep him healthy. The guy is kind of a sitting duck at this point. He's slow as hell. Yeah. You think of him as a mobile quarterback. He might be he's one of the slower quarterbacks in the league. Dak Prescott. He's a pocket quarterback. When he runs, it's like
he wants to be a gunslinger. And if he could probably benefit from these short, quick passes that Kyle dials up, these short, quick, wide open passes, but he has more of a threat to go deep. So I think he would benefit from Kyle's offense, being able to get rid of the ball quicker and getting rid of that gunslinger mentality that he has. So I don't know. What team do you think would be better off with Kyle and could possibly win a Super Bowl if you had to name one?
It would have to be a team that has a killer offensive line right now that Kyle Shanahan couldn't blow up. But he might go over that because remember they had Trent Brown, who's like the best pass protecting right tackle in the league. And he's like, sorry, this guy just doesn't fit my run game. You're out. So I don't know. I mean, what teams have the best offensive lines? Philly, but he wouldn't want to. He couldn't coach Jalen Hurts. He would get Jalen Hurts hurt immediately. Okay, what about Detroit? They got Goff. They got a great offensive line. Maybe Detroit. Maybe if they had a little bit more sophisticated offense, although their offense was really good last year. They have a pretty good offensive quarterback.
They scored a lot of points last year.
Scored a lot of points last year.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think Seattle will be better off with Kyle than they are with Carroll.
No.
Help me out.
Cowboys is the only one that came to my mind because they have the quarterback. They have the talent. That's the only one that jumped out to me.
What about Minnesota?
Kirk Cousins? Hey, actually, that could work. That could work.
Maybe Minnesota.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah, there you go.
That's one. He could. I mean, I don't think anything. What is that? Kevin O'Connell? Who the hell is Kevin O'Connell?
I don't even know. Yeah.
He's one of these like Kyle Shanahan knockoffs, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Minnesota.
He's a banana hands. Yeah, he's a knockoff. He's a knockoff. So okay, that's one. I mean, Arizona. How could you? Arizona be better off with Kyle?
They'd be better. They're not winning a Super Bowl.
Not winning a Super Bowl. Would Miami be better off with Kyle? Not necessarily.
I don't think so. I like.
Oh, I got one. I got one right now.
Yeah.
Buffalo.
Yeah.
Buffalo.
Yeah, he would give them a running game. He'd give them a running game. He'd make things easier.
He would be Josh Allen would be his John Elway. Josh Allen would be the greatest thing that ever happened to Kyle Shanahan.
That's a good
Buffalo.
one. Yeah, they would.
McDermott, not a fan. Notice I did not mention Sean McDermott on my list. No.
Yeah.
Should I put Saleh on this list? Saleh just got Aaron Rodgers. And that speaks to Saleh's lack of ego.
Yeah.
Just saying.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
I think people are sleeping on the Jets. I really do.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be good
That
as hell.
defense is sick.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, and people are writing off Aaron Rodgers way too soon, kind of like they did Brady before he went to the Buccaneers and won a Super Bowl. I think that's what people are doing with Aaron Rodgers. I'm not.
Is he going to go there and light it up like Peyton Manning did in Denver?
Yeah, I mean, I think Aaron Rodgers is being slept on still. I don't know how he's being slept. He's a 4-time NFL MVP, and people are still writing him off because I think he lost focus in Green Bay, and I think he's going to be rejuvenated with the Jets. Maybe not long term, but I feel like this year in particular, the Jets are being slept on.
Yeah. Well, let's see if Robert Saleh can keep his quarterback healthy, because last year was interesting. Kyle Shanahan and his disciples all failed keeping their quarterbacks healthy. Like McDaniel failed spectacularly.
Yeah.
Saleh quietly went through all of his quarterbacks, and so did Kyle. So now Saleh's got a 39-year-old quarterback. Let's see what you do, man.
With Saleh is different, because with McDaniel I can understand because he's in charge of the offense. With who else? We're talking about McVay, I can understand because he's in charge of the offense. But with Saleh, he's the defensive coordinator. Is he going to be? Is he really responsible for protecting the quarterback? I don't know.
Yeah, man, head coach, absolutely. I mean, that's your offensive coordinator. You have the opportunity to veto any call. You every game plan. That's on you. What's that?
Coordinator on the Jets?
They fired Matt LaFleur. Who is the Jets offensive coordinator? Oh, it's Hackett. Freaking Hackett.
Hackett?
But Hackett has worked with Rodgers in the past, so that's why they have Hackett.
Because that offense looked all Hackett from the Broncos. Fired at
right, but Hackett got the job with the Broncos because he was the offensive coordinator with Rodgers in Green Bay. Again, Rodgers is the offensive coordinator. That's the answer. Aaron Rodgers.
That's true.
And again, you can make fun of that, but at least Hackett and Saleh have a small enough ego to allow Rodgers to do that. Kyle, I don't think could ever work with Rodgers. Yeah. So he's working with Sam Darnold, because Sam Darnold will say, sir, yes, sir.
That may be why he didn't want Tom Brady. I could definitely see that as a reason why he was not messing with, why he chose Jimmy Garoppolo over Tom Brady. If Kyle Shanahan,
let me give you, keep going.
If Kyle Shanahan doesn't win a Super Bowl, and we all look back on his career, that he's the guy that chose Jimmy Garoppolo over Tom Brady, that is crazy.
We crazy. But let's stick with this game with teams that would improve with Kyle Shanahan as the head coach. I got a list. Okay, here we go. Serious. Cleveland. We got Buffalo, Cleveland Browns. What's that guy's name? Stefanski? Forget that guy.
Yeah.
Fraud. Titans. Vrabel has the worst offensive coordinators every year. Yeah. Titans. The Raiders.
Jimmy,
the Chargers for sure.
Yeah. For sure. Him with Herbert would be nice. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one.
The Saints for sure. Dennis Allen sucks. Sucks.
Yeah.
I can't say that strongly enough. I didn't go in NPR. I should have.
Well, which one would win a Super Bowl? I mean, there's a lot of teams that'll improve. Like more than half of the teams will improve with Kyle Shanahan. But which one actually could win a Super Bowl? I think you brought up a good one with Herbert and the Chargers. Yep. I think the Cowboys are there. Minnesota's there. Buffalo.
I wouldn't say the Giants. I wouldn't say the Giants.
No, I don't.
What about Green Bay?
They'll improve. They're not going to win no damn Super Bowl. No, I don't see it. No.
Yeah. No, I think Kyle should go to Buffalo somehow. The Niners should trade Kyle to Buffalo for 2 firsts, 2 seconds, 3rd, 4th, 7th.
They would be good.